What's up, everyone? My name is Michael DeLu. All right, and I want to thank you for even clicking on this episode of my podcast. Before I get to the episode, I would just like to ask that if you aren't already subscribed to my channel, hit that subscribe button, leave a like on this video, comment on the video because it helps me tremendously in obtaining my long-term goals. All right, enjoy the episode. Let's go! All right, so my name is Michael DeLu. Today is episode 76 of Pull Up the Tape. It is also Wednesday, October 20th, and I've been waiting for this moment for months, and it's finally here, and I'm just so happy that I finally get to talk about professional basketball. It is finally back. Yesterday was the NBA kickoff of the 2021 season, and I got so much to talk about, so many different perspectives, so many different takes to give out. Two really good games yesterday. I don't know about two really good games. Two great games. No, I can't even call them great. Two games yesterday, all right? With a lot of storylines, a lot of developing things, and just so much happened, and I can't wait to uncover all that shit. So let's just get right into it, all right? So the Warriors surprisingly beat the Lakers 121-114. And it's so crazy after just like rewatching, and I rewatched the highlights before I decided to open my mouth and utter this. But you would think in a game like this, or this day and age when the Warriors are definitely not what they were 5 years ago, or even 3 years ago, or even fucking 2 years ago. So you would think that in a situation like this where if the Warriors actually beat the Lakers, it's because Steph Curry had a great game. No, that's not it at all. Steph Curry had a terrible game. Steph Curry shot 5 for 21 from the field. And somehow the Warriors still managed to beat the Lakers. If that's not crazy, I don't know what is. Steph Curry had his first triple-double in 5 years. He had 21 points, 10 rebounds, and 10 assists. Jordan Poole assisted in scoring. He had 20 points, 3 assists, 8 of 18 from the field, 4 of 11 from 3. And the Warriors as a team had 6 players that scored in double digits. Jordan Poole, Stephen Curry, Andrew Wiggins, Andre Iguodala, Bjelica, and Damon Lee. And my biggest thing that I want to give credit to the Warriors, but realistically, I feel like that's a game that the Lakers just choked away. The Lakers, honestly, in my opinion, choked that fucking game away. The Lakers, in my opinion, were the better team for three out of the 4 quarters, 75% of the game. The Warriors weren't really the Warriors, but one of the things that I will credit the Warriors is they stuck it out. They fought the entire game. Their intensity never turned down, and they turned it up in the fourth quarter. And as a result of that, they outscored the Lakers 38. Let me see. Yeah, they outscored the Lakers 38-24 in the fourth quarter, and their bench outscored the Lakers bench 55-29. That is a recipe for a win. And they were able to cut the lead. And as a Laker fan, I was watching the game. I'm just like, a lot of stuff, it really isn't adding up. But I'm gonna get to why it's not adding up. But after I give the Warriors their credit, but the main reason why the Warriors won, they didn't quit. They kept fighting, and eventually the Lakers just like I don't even know what to say. Like I said, the Lakers choked that game away. Nevertheless, credit to the Warriors for getting a W, and credit to the Warriors for getting a W over the team that everybody is essentially picking to win the NBA championship, my Los Angeles Lakers. But nevertheless, as I said, I think this is more so what the Lakers didn't do than what the Warriors did do. So now let me rip on the Lakers, because a lot of things yesterday didn't really make sense. And I want to premise everything I'm about to say because at the same time, this is only game 1 of 82. So even if a player looks really, really good or really, really bad, it is still game 1 of 82. For example, Steph Curry shot 5 of 21 from the field. 2 of 8 from 3. That's not good. That's in most cases, that's not going to happen. Like Steph Curry only hitting 2 3-pointers in a game. That's not really the norm or like the whatever. Like this yesterday was like the exception to the rule. Steph Curry is usually lights out from 3. At the bare minimum, 4, 5 is his norm. So him hitting 2, that's not normal. So I want to premise everything I'm about to say because the sample size isn't really a lot, but it still needs to be said. To the Lakers, how the fuck do you lose a game that Steph Curry only shot 5 of 21 from the field? If Steph Curry went crazy and hit 10 threes or some shit like that, then I could understand it. But Steph Curry, in his own words, played like trash, and he did. And somehow the Lakers still managed to lose. The Lakers' defense was disgusting, atrocious, horrific, and straight up bad. Like it just didn't even make sense how and the thing about defense, 75% of that shit is effort and hustle and heart. So it's like the Lakers clearly didn't click. Like it just didn't make any sense. Like the Lakers there's some more shit I need to get into. But the biggest one is just the fact that the Lakers defense was just horrific. And it was evident and it was just spelled out in the fact that the Warriors were able to score 38 points in the fourth quarter. 38 points in the fourth quarter. Not the first where you have all this energy and adrenaline because you're excited for a new season. Not the second. Not the third when you come back from halftime and you're well recovered. But the fourth quarter, the Lakers give up 38 points. The fourth quarter, the Lakers give up 38 points. That is unacceptable, and that is not championship basketball or championship defense. That cannot happen again. I don't give a fuck if it's game 1 or game 83 or game 40. That should not be happening. No team should be scoring 40 points on us, nearly 40 points in the fourth quarter, in any quarter, especially not the fourth. What the fuck? Oh, my God. Okay. I don't want to rip him too hard, but Russell Westbrook, what the fuck was that? You score 8 points on 4 of 13 from the field. All 4 from 3. I'm going to spell this out. Terrible. Terrible. That shit was terrible. What the fuck was that? That doesn't even... He wasn't aggressive. He had 4 turnovers. So many bricks. Wasn't getting to the paint. Wasn't getting to the lane. And it just looked like he didn't belong out there. Like, in terms of the offense, he just looked like he couldn't... It's clearly... And here's my biggest thing with what I saw yesterday. The Lakers starting 5 consisted of Russell Westbrook, Kent Bazemore, LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and DeAndre Jordan. My biggest issue with that, and what LeBron James's career has taught me, is anytime LeBron is the best three-point shooter in a starting 5, that is not a good team. Westbrook, boo-boo from 3 yesterday. Kent Bazemore, I don't even know how many threes he took. It doesn't matter. He didn't hit many at all. LeBron, 5 of 11. Anthony Davis, 1 of 4. DeAndre Jordan, I didn't even see him play after the first quarter. If that's it, the three, no. Fuck no. Hell no. No. See, that's something I'm not gonna tolerate. I'm gonna speak up on that. That cannot happen again. That's, first of all, that's terrible. That is terrible. Like, I understand we are missing some key guys, but that's just flat out bad. That's flat out bad. LeBron being the best three-point shooter in our starting 5? No. I'm not here for none of that. Nah, I'm not fucking with none of that. Overall, just a bad very bad performance by the Lakers. It just needs to be better on everything. Westbrook needs to be better. The defense needs to be better. Like what I saw yesterday was it like, I'm not gonna lie. It's good to see AD and Bron dominate and get theirs in the offense and get in rhythm and look good. But that right there, what I saw yesterday, is not gonna win us championships. It's not gonna like that style of basketball that I saw yesterday. That's not it. I'm not fucking with it at all. Nah, like not even in the slightest bit. I'm not really fucking with that shit. It just didn't seem, and specifically Westbrook. And this is a message to Bino. Don't let Westbrook come on the court, come perform, come two-step or none of that shit no more, nigga. He should have been in the gym practicing shots, because what I saw yesterday was straight out bad. Straight up. That shit was terrible. He did no. Like I said, I don't want to get too down on the Lakers or too up or too high, because this is game 1 of 82. But nevertheless, I did not like what I saw. There's a lot of things that the Lakers need to work on, and the main one being team chemistry, which the second team I'm about to talk about has a lot of. The second game, the winner of that game has a lot of, and that's the Milwaukee Bucks, who came out and beat the fuck out of the Nets. And let me be the first to say, the Bucks, honestly, not the Bucks, but yeah, the Bucks. Kyrie handed the Bucks a ticket to the NBA Finals. A back-to-back. Like as soon as Kyrie said, "I'm not coming to play because of the whole vaccine situation," it just seemed like he handed the Bucks a ticket to the NBA Finals. I had to keep it 100. I had to be honest, and especially after what I seen yesterday. Come on, look. So here's what happened yesterday. The Bucks beat the Nets 127 to 104, right? So the Bucks beat the Nets. But here's the thing. The Bucks didn't have Drew Holiday. He left the game with the right leg contusion. The Bucks didn't have Bobby Portis. And somehow so the Bucks are missing key players in their rotation. Obviously, it's not Giannis or Chris Middleton. They still don't have Dante DiVincenzo. But they're missing key players in their rotation, and they had to go deep into their bench last night. And they allocated minutes to a lot of different people got a lot of minutes. But what I will say that I saw from the Bucks that I love and appreciate is they have that blue collar mentality. They come to work every single game. Everyone knows their job. Everyone's ready to work. Everyone's bought in. Everyone's committed to the program. Everyone's committed to making things happen. And honestly, they don't give a fuck what team they're playing. They're gonna come. They're gonna play 110%. And more cases than not, they're gonna steamroll teams they play. Like, for example, yesterday they sent a fucking message to the Nets. We're trying to dominate you every time we get on the court with you. Look, and on top of that, Giannis looked incredible last night. Giannis looked like an even better player than what he was last season. You know how scary that is? Somebody as good as him and as dominant as him getting better? Come on, man. Y'all can forget about it. Forget about it. Like, Giannis is a fucking monster. A monster. A whole monster. Jesus. As I said before, the Bucks are just the Bucks just look. The Bucks are the best team in the East. The Bucks will wash the Sixers. The Bucks will wash the Miami Heat. And if this is all we're gonna get from Brooklyn all season, which doesn't really seem like too much of what we saw last season, the Bucks are gonna watch them too, honestly. And like I said, the fact that they don't have Kyrie, I feel like it's unfortunate, and that's like I said, I feel like Kyrie punched the Bucks ticket to the finals by choosing not to come play this season because of the vaccine situation. Let me get into the box score. Giannis had 32 points, 14 rebounds, 7 assists, 12 of 25 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3. Chris Middleton had 20 points, 9 rebounds, 8 of 17 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3. Pat Connaughton had 8 of 13 from the field, 4 of 9 from 3, and 20 points and 3 rebounds. The Bucks as a team had 6 players scoring double digits. Pat Connaughton, Giannis, Chris Middleton, Jordan Nwora, my Nigerian brother. Shout out to him. Grayson Allen and Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday had that in a short amount of time before he got injured. And to the Nets, man, just piss poor on defense. And it just seemed like they had it seemed like sort of the same issues from last season. No size. No size. Like how do they expect to match up with like LaMarcus Aldridge? All due respect to him, he was a great player when, a while back, but now, nah. Blake Griffin, nah. Like they're kind of still struggling with the same, even a team like, honestly, at this point, no, let me not say that. At this point, I was gonna say I don't think that the Nets could even beat the Sixers, but then I just remember the Sixers don't have Ben Simmons essentially, so never mind. But I feel like their lack of an interior post presence is so much more evident now than it ever was before. Like any team with a good big will just beat up on them in the post and honestly, the Nets defense is bad. They were just getting dragged all night yesterday. And like I said, it is also game 1 of 82. So it's, I don't want to get too down or too high on any team, but I just didn't like what I see from the Nets. No team chemistry. It just seemed like it's just rely on KD, KD. For the most part, James Harden, aside from in the second quarter when he hit 3 consecutive threes, James Harden was 3 of 13 from the field. That's not good. That's not good, especially from somebody who's supposed to be second fiddle to Kevin Durant, because there is no Kyrie this season, or there is no Kyrie for the foreseeable future. Maybe later on this season, but as of right now, there is no Kyrie. I just didn't like what I seen from them as a team. No chemistry, no effort on defense, and just the coaching strategy just seemed like, oh, we're just gonna and it just seemed like more of what I've seen before. KD has a great game, but then they still lose to the Bucks. That's just all I see. KD has a great game, everyone else, and they still somehow lose to the Bucks. Like I'm not gonna say it's starting to get old, but it just like the Nets are gonna actually have to piece together quality performances to beat this team, and I don't know if that's necessarily gonna happen. Because when James Harden is playing like how he played yesterday, it just makes it so much harder for any positives to happen. James Harden didn't have a really efficient game at all. KD, pretty good game. He had 32 points, 11 rebounds, 13 of 25 from the field, 3 of 7 from 3. But James Harden, 6 of 16 in total. But like I said, outside of the second quarter where he hit those threes, he was 3 of 13 from the field, 4 of 8 from 3. You know what I mean? So that's 1 of 8 outside of that stretch. Patty Mills, 21 assists, 7 of 11 from the field, 7 of 7 from 3. And like I said, don't get too high, don't get too low. Patty Mahomes. Patty Mills hitting 7 of 7 from 3. That's not going to happen ever again. Probably never again. Come on now. 7 of 7 from 3. That's usually not going to happen. Other than that, really great week 1. Day 1 of the season. I'm really excited. The season's going to run all the way till June. I'm really excited because, like I said in the earlier podcast, earlier this week, all 4 sports that I cover are fully in motion. Ain't nothing stopping nothing. Combat sports, that's football, basketball, and soccer. They're all going on as we speak. So I'm really excited. I got more stuff coming for everyone. I want to thank everybody that's supporting. Thank everybody that's listening. My name is Michael DeLu. This was episode 76 of Pull Up the Tape. Viral movie. Long live Kobe. Long live Gigi. I'm out this bitch.